All right, so we're in the shop. It's late at night and there's smoky haze hanging all around. Even the dog went outside because it's a little smoky in the shop. However, when there's smoke in the shop, that means something cool is about to happen. So let's turn off the fans here so you can hear me. I'm trying to ventilate the place. It is a Friday night and it was just pouring down rain outside, so I can't take any cars for drives, but I can work on them, and work on them I am. Over here you've seen this little Isetta I've been working on. It is now finished and ready to go. It is quietly awaiting a test drive. Everything is fixed. It is a British built Isetta for the Canadian market. Has Lucas electronics. The coil was flopping around hitting the firewall. The motor mounts were too stiff. The fuel valve was bad. Didn't run good. It had white rims and black wall tires that were cracked. A lot of sorting out. The door wouldn't stay open all the way. I took the door shock apart right here and I shimmed it. Again, this is a British built Isetta. It has the axe handle emergency brake. It has almost everything is different. Even the turn signals and sound of the horn, everything is quite different. Anyhow, I'll go into that more when we go for a test drive. The sun is out now, but still pretty wet. I don't want to get my white walls dirty. What I'm working on tonight is the Heinkel. Let me turn this other fan off. You can hear me a little better. It's a 1957 Heinkel Kabine. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a Kabine or a Trojan. It's one of the two. I get them confused. It is somewhat similar to an Isetta in that the front door opens. However, the steering wheel and steering shaft do not open with the door like the Isetta does. And this is a 3-wheel car, not a 4-wheel car, and it is 4-stroke. Actually not sure of the displacement. I think it's only 200 cc. Could be a 300, I'm not sure. It has a sequential shift transmission. This is the enclosed chain case. And what I just did recently was I took out the old nasty points. This car's had a running problem for years. Find those points. Right there, it's typical. There's your point plate. And inside here, see if I can get the camera in there. I don't know if it'll focus. You see that? That's the new electronic ignition, and I'll show you how that works in a second. It's kind of hard to get to. It's up in there. That's where the intake for the fan is. There's a big duct that goes on here, and it draws in cool air through this vent to cool the engine. Has a little Bing carburetor, and again, has a sequential shift transmission. So, it's fired up. It's running pretty good. It took me a while to figure out the electronic ignition, and it wasn't that it was hard to install. You know what the hardest part of the electronic ignition was on this car? Was the instructions. I just don't speak German, and I had a really hard time with that, even using Google Translate, and I had somebody else write me a translation, a German fellow. It took the longest time to install that because I couldn't understand the instructions. The biggest thing being the 2 wires. If I crossed them, I blow it up. So there's a lot at stake. I just did not want to blow up the electronic ignition. So let's get back to the car. Again, this is a Heinkel Kabine. You probably heard me say that. It's got a really neat feature. If you look at the key here, this is the ignition key. You can pull it out if you wiggle it like that. And this is the, shall I say, pre-start position. And when you push the key in, you'll see the red light come on. You can see it come on there. See the red light come on. So all I did is I push the key in, and then you hit the start button. And she's running. Rev it up a little bit. The engine's here in the back. That is the 4-stroke Heinkel engine. Little battery off to the side. Engine in the center. And I'll show you how this works here. We'll get in the driver's seat. Again, the steering wheel does not go open with the door. Here's the shifter. See the sequential pattern? Put my foot on the clutch, and we'll put it in a little stiff. Oh, I gotta work on that a little bit. I had it going earlier, but well, I'm not gonna force it right now. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then neutral and reverse. Let's turn it off. I'm afraid you can't hear me. It's a really neat little car. Really neat. Just like the Isetta, you gotta kind of work your bottom out to get out of the car. And entrance and egress is through this door unless you happen to roll it. And there's a soft top to get out. So that's what's going on tonight. Working late, trying to get these cars ready for the show. And if it ever clears up, which it looks like it's going to, I'll be able to take them for drives and test them out. Thanks for watching.